All right, guys, another Theater Run Roundup, and this time I just have two movies I saw. The first one we'll talk about is Little Women because that's the one I watched first. And Little Women has been adapted a lot of times, and it's one of those books that can't remember if I read in school. I cannot remember. I don't think I did, but honestly, I can't remember. But Little Women, the movie 2019, was a giant surprise for me. I love this movie. This is one of my favorite movies of the year of 2019. It honestly, on the acting alone, it is one of my favorites. And Greta Gerwig, who directed Lady Bird, one of my favorite movies of that year it came out, directed this. And this one again brings back a lot of people from Lady Bird, like Saoirse Ronan, but it also stars Florence Pugh, Emma Watson. I don't know the girl's name who plays Beth, but she's great too. Laura Dern, Meryl Streep, Timothée Chalamet. It has a giant cast, and everybody in this movie is fantastic. And it's one of those movies where it's one of those films where I just didn't expect to love it that much. I didn't feel like it'd be a thing for me personally. But on terms of acting alone, this movie is one of my favorites of the year. In particular, everybody's saying that Florence Pugh and Saoirse Ronan are the highlights of the movie, and they truly are. I really loved all the performances. They're all great, but Saoirse Ronan is really fantastic as Jo, and she really brings such a, how do I put it? She brings such a devotion to the character in which her character is devoted. She wants to be a writer. She's got these sisters that she loves, while the movie does a non-linear job of showing the lives of these girls after the Civil War, and before the Civil War, or during the Civil War. So I think that's really cool. And Saoirse Ronan just does a fantastic job in her devotion in the role, and just the character and how the character is devoted in the movie. And Florence Pugh is just really just astounding in every movie I've seen her in. She keeps getting every single movie I see her in, I love her even more. Like in Midsummer, she was incredible. In this movie, she has a different way of doing it, a different personality, but of course it's a different type of movie. It's not a horror movie like Midsummer. But Florence Pugh just blew me away too. Like, she gives off such a great range of performance in this movie, and she is just so likable, so cute, and she works so well with everything in the movie. And just those two in particular, I think, are fantastic. And Emma Watson, I think this might be one of the best roles I've seen her in. I feel like this is one of the movies where she really did devote herself to it, because I know there's some Emma Watson movies where I watch it and I go, oh, she's fine, but it's not like she's yearning to like it's something that she's excited about. Like, I feel like this is a movie that Emma Watson was excited about filming and acting in this movie. And again, just everybody else in the movie is so fantastic as well. Like, Laura Dern is great. I always love seeing Laura Dern. Meryl Streep is good, even though she's not in it as much as you think. But of course, they got to bring in that Meryl Streep street cred in the movie, because you got to have the Oscar winner in the movie. But she's great as well, even though she's not in the movie a lot. But I enjoyed her too. And Timothée Chalamet, again, from Lady Bird too. He came back and he's great as well. He's an actor that's really up and coming, that I've seen him in a lot of different things in the past couple of years, and I'm really liking him. He's a good actor as well. And the movie is just really beautiful too. I like how it just captures that time period. It feels so real, even though, of course, I was never in that time period. I really think that it just looks so beautiful. It's a beautiful looking movie. It's a fantastically directed movie, a fantastically acted movie. Greta Gerwig is great as a director. Again, her second film really blows me away. Jumanji, The Next Level, is the sequel to Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, which was a sequel to the 1995 Jumanji and the Zathura movie. And it brings back all of the cast from the last movie. Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Karen Gilliam, and Kevin Hart. And you bring back all these actors again, and also the actors who played the kids in the movie as well. You bring them all back for a sequel that because the first Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle was so popular because of the cast, they brought back everybody. And I really appreciated that, because this movie, while being a sequel, does have some sequelitis to it. Like, it does have, like, oh, it's a sequel, we're doing it again. But I think that it's great bringing back the four main leads. These guys really know what they're doing, and they really bring such a amount of charm and humor to it. Again, like, and I love the fact that this movie also brings in Danny Glover and Danny DeVito. And also they switch it up where, like, in the first Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, the kids go into the video game and then they turn into their avatars. But in this one, it's changed where, like, Danny DeVito turns into the Rock's character, Dwayne Johnson's character, and Danny Glover turns into Kevin Hart's character. So Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson have a different vocal performance in the movie where, like, they're pretending to be them. And it's really funny and really charming, and I really like that a lot. And I like bringing in Aquafina. Aquafina is one of those actresses that I've seen in a lot of stuff in the past couple of years. Again, she's another up-and-comer where she's really, really just funny and charming, and she made me laugh a lot. And she made me laugh a lot in other movies like Crazy Rich Asians. She was really funny in that. She's such a charming actress that I love seeing her in movies. I want to see her in more. I really wanted to see The Farewell, but I haven't seen that yet. That one I heard is great. But she in particular is just a great addition to the movie. I really liked her a lot. Her, Danny DeVito, and Danny Glover are awesome additions because they really bring another thing of humor to it. Even though the movie is more of the same, it is quote unquote the next level in the video game. Like, a character goes back into Jumanji, the other ones go to try to find him, and they keep switching bodies, and it's really funny, and it's really charming. And it is a sequel in a way where it's like, you can tell it's a sequel, but there's so much charm to it with the actors involved that I didn't care as much. Like, I would have been more annoyed if this was just a sequel that didn't have as much humor in it. Like, I thought this was funny enough and charming enough to warrant it existing, but it's still a sequel. It's still like, we're doing the same thing again. We're doing the same movie again as the last one. But they still did a good job of changing it up, again, with, like, switching bodies with, like, Danny Glover and Danny DeVito turning into The Rock and Kevin Hart. Like, those are funny moments in the movie. And the movie has some good action, some good visuals, and again, the chemistry between all the actors is on point. They're really funny and really charming, and it's a fun sequel. It's not like a great sequel, but it's fun and solid, and I really like the performances of everybody and the humor. And just the additions are awesome, and the action sequences are fun. But that's pretty much all I could say about Jumanji: The Next Level. It's pretty fun. It's a fun, solid sequel. And that is it on this Theater Run Roundup. Only 2 movies this time. Tell me down below what you guys think of these movies, and thank you guys so much for watching.